How could I ever forgive my mom? Absolutely valid question. I think it's so valid, but I've been getting this question since I was like 12 years old. And this is just based off one singular story, you guys. My mom is 7 years sober now. She follows my TikTok. She goes to work every day. She does her best. So that being said, there's a line of like where my experience overlaps with her experience, and so it doesn't feel fair to share all of it. But there are many, many, many more stories that would make this question you're asking to me seem much more valid than it is for this story, because it doesn't inherently feel like it was fully her fault. Here's the thing. I know how that sounds, but I genuinely think that I was put here to be incredibly empathetic of specifically people who've had drug addictions. So, for example, my stepfather passed away from a heroin overdose. My biological dad was born with alcohol fetal syndrome, has never been around, has always been. I can literally see his age progression through mugshots on CaseNet. Like, whatever. And then my mom struggled with an M addiction. Meth. So I've like seen everything up close, all accounts, and also myself went through the addiction of alcoholism from about 19 to like 23, I think it was. So I am deeply understanding of decisions, choices, thoughts, how things work when you're in active addiction. But even prior to that, I never had the mindset of like, it's your mom. I don't like that mindset, and I do think that it is very toxic, and I'm not like a subscriber to that of like, it's your mom, it doesn't matter, because I do think it matters. However, intention matters to me. Impact matters more, for sure, but intention matters, and people grow, they evolve, they learn, they change, and I think that every relationship and every situation is going to be very different, and there are times that my mom and I have struggled even since she has gotten sober, but I think it's just important to like know what your boundaries are, set them, and see if someone follows them, and then take action from there. And that's kind of how I've been living my life as an adult, if that makes sense. I personally will never get the mom that I deserved. That's just, I've went to a lot of therapy, I've done a lot of inner work, and the unfortunate truth is like I never got the mom that I deserved, but who I had made me who I am. And though my mom maybe didn't teach me as many things as most people's mom teaches them, my mom did teach me very, very important, significant lessons by doing something that you maybe shouldn't do. And so I learned lessons through those examples in an opposite kind of way, but there was still value in them. There are a lot of ways that I can choose to live my life now, but I would never, for as much work, time, and effort as I've put into myself to become a better person and be the best version of myself after my addiction, I would never want someone to just write me off because of the things that I did in my addiction. Not that they're really that comparable, but the situations are comparable. I think you do have to like weigh that and consider that. I think that I do forgive my mom. She did the best that she could with what she had. She had very little. And I'm not saying the best she did was good, you know, but I can have empathy for that and sympathy for that, and see her progress and see her hard work and see her determination and see all the things that she does now. And I think that's important. And things can change, things can ebb and flow, but where we are now is good. And, you know, I'm appreciative and very grateful of that every day. But, yeah, we have a relationship. It will never be a mother-daughter relationship, and it will never be the one that maybe I deserved as a child, but it's a relationship, and it's a choice, and it's hard work, just like any of the other ones are in any life. I don't know if you have more questions or if that answered it. Let me know.